You wouldn't recognise the place now. It was completely burnt out. There wasn't a thing here. There wasn't a blade of grass left, sort of thing.
The pastures around Cobargo have sprung back to life. But Warren Solway still remembers the firestorm that hit the town 5 years ago.
Anyway, out of Cobargo is on fire, guys, look.
Like an atomic bomb sort of thing. Like it come at us from two sides. It come from the west and then it come from the east, sort of thing. Both out of national parks. We've got 11, nearly 1,200 acres. Totally 100% of it was completely burnt. 150 head of cattle and about 100 head of sheep, plus 30 kilometres of fencing. So we were absolutely annihilated.
Warren was able to save his house, but a short drive away, his brother Robert and his nephew Patrick didn't make it. They died while defending the family property.
They got caught in the middle of a fireball that just sucked all the oxygen out of the air, sort of thing. So, you know, they were so close to their house where they would have been safe, and yeah, just a very, very sad and unfortunate thing that happened to them. You still get choked up thinking about it, sort of things, but if you didn't do that, you wouldn't be human, I don't think.
Yeah, right behind you. Yeah, bonfires galore down here. We're talking about 60, 70 metre flame heights.
During Black Summer in New South Wales, 25 people were killed and nearly 2,500 homes were destroyed. A coronial inquiry has found it was a season like no other.
Horrendous, terrifying, unbelievable.
The inquiry found the spread of the fire that hit Cobargo was far beyond what was anticipated.
I don't think anyone could make a prediction of the sort of fire we had. We all knew it was coming. It certainly burnt a lot different to what I actually thought it would.
The coroner has made 28 recommendations, including that more be done to improve bushfire modelling.
When you get those predictions, you also need to talk to the people on the ground, because fires move and it mightn't still be where the fire modelers thought it was.
Firefighters were among the dead, including 3 American crew members on a large air tanker which crashed in southern New South Wales in 2020. Other planes were grounded that day because of rough weather, but the RFS did not relay that to the crew on board. A Transport Safety Bureau investigation confirmed those gaps in communication.
We certainly found that there was a hole there around risk assessing and passing on information. It's making sure that there is an adequate flow of information, that sense of responsibility and accountability is actually shared between those that are in the plane, but those that are on the ground doing the tasking. And that goes back to having an appropriate risk assessment.
The coroner has made numerous recommendations to improve aircraft operations.
All of the fire agencies will be looking very carefully at the safety aspects that have come out of this inquiry, particularly about keeping pilots safe and aircrew, because we will be using more and more aircraft in the years to come as fires continue to intensify.
One of the key issues during the inquiry has been whether the RFS was right to backburn during various blazes. Backburning is when fires are deliberately lit around an active bushfire to reduce fuel load. Some Blue Mountains residents told the inquiry the practice had caused new fires or made them worse. The inquiry has recommended that the RFS and police commissioners consider whether backburning that causes fires be reported to the coroner.
You usually do that at night because that's when the fire conditions usually abate. But what we saw during Black Summer was the conditions didn't abate. Climate change is driving fires like we've never seen before. So you can't throw away that vital tool, but you can certainly look at how you do it, when you do it, and is it appropriate in the circumstances.
The RFS will now assess the coroner's findings.
And what's important is that we take the coroner's recommendations, we consider them carefully and make sure that we can provide, in concert with government, a report to the community on how government will respond to these actual recommendations.
Was a fencing contractor for 35 years, and I'd sort of retired just before the fires, but I retired to do 30 kilometres of my own.
It's been a long road to recovery for Warren Solway, who's still dealing with his loss.
Yeah, I suppose I made myself very, very busy to take your mind off it, if you know what I mean. Regardless what the inquest sort of has said, it's not going to bring Robert or Patrick back, is it? I think nothing will bring them back.